Hey, you scummy bards and bardettes. Welcome back to iCast Fish's Mockery. I'm Austin.
I'm Matt.
I need to tell you about duct tape. The duct tape.
I was almost excited because I thought you were going to say DuckTales. But anyway.
All right. Hey,
Yeah.
Put that one, keep that in there.
Okay, sure.
We might come back. We might circle back to DuckTales.
Okay. Anyway, duct tape. Yeah.
So, listen.
Okay.
I want to know what you would do
Sure.
in the presence of the duct tape. Do you know about the duct tape? Let me tell you about the duct tape. So I went to school for computer science. I know a lot of people who do programming.
Sure.
I know a lot of people who do engineering and all sorts of things like that. And I've seen the work they do. And I've done that work as well. And that's where I developed this theory of how the world works. Well, not how the world works, but, well, here's the thing.
Okay.
I have personally, and so I know that, you know, everybody probably does this, or at least I assume that almost everybody does this. I have personally done to my programs the equivalent of using duct tape to fix them.
Mm-hmm.
And my programs are built off of other people's programs. And sometimes they have also done the same thing.
Mm.
And those programs are built off of other people's programs. Those are built off of other people's programs, and those are built off of people's hardware specifications, and those are built off of people's degrees in engineering. And when teaching those degrees in engineering, you better believe those teachers used duct tape somewhere.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But there's more. That means that somewhere down the line,
Yeah.
eventually, you may be able to find the one piece of duct tape. The one piece upon which all other structures in the world rely.
You mean for coding?
For everything.
There is a piece of duct tape that keeps
There is a
everything
single,
together.
actual, physical piece of a real duct tape somewhere in the world right now at this moment. That's what I'm telling. That is what I'm telling you right now. There is this piece of duct tape. It's the regular, whatever, 2-inch wide strip of duct tape. We're probably talking about a piece that's like 3 to 4 inches long. All right.
You're starting to sound like a crazy conspiracy theorist.
This is a crazy conspiracy, so that would be appropriate.
All right. Cool.
Cool. But when you peel off this piece of duct tape from the two things that it holds together, everything will break all at once. We will all be doomed by this. And I want to know, what would you do in the presence of this piece of duct tape?
You're asking me if I had the power to choose whether to dismantle everything or not, would I do it?
Only in this very specific way.
Only, it's not like a passive thing. Would I let the world crumble? But would I actively peel the duct tape off?
Right. That's what I'm asking.
To destroy everything? No.
Right.
Why would I do that?
I'll try to explain why I would.
I was gonna say, yeah. Why? I know you would do it, but why would I do that? The question isn't. I didn't for a second think that you wouldn't.
I know. I just wanted to know if that's what you would do or not. And yes, of course I would. Now, the other pieces of duct tape, I want them to stay there until they can be replaced with a solid weld. Okay, like that's what I need. I need bolts. I need welds. I need real structure to replace all of this garbage that has been created by people like myself. However, if I were in the presence of that one piece of duct tape, and I could create an entire new world just by peeling it halfway off so it's only touching one thing out of the two things, well, I think I might do that. It's an entire separate universe that nobody alive has explored. and probably will ever explore because we're all going to die. But like when I do this, including myself, I'm sure I'm probably in the most immediate danger in that situation. I'm sure it's like a nuclear plant or something.
I was going to say, is this duct tape?
When I do it, it'll explode right
like,
on me.
It's like the tape over the nuclear launch button in North Korea or something like that. Like,
no, but so it can't be a weapon though, right?
Okay.
Like it can't be like I wouldn't just kill everybody with a weapon. I wouldn't build a thing and wreck it all. This would be if we've been hiding ourselves from this destruction of our own creation, right? If we've been just doing the bare minimum to keep it at bay, I'd be like, no, maybe let's try it.
Let's try total and utter destruction.
Let's just see what it's like.
I'm not fully picking up where this is coming from or what you're really saying here. I don't get it.
It's gonna make sense, maybe.
Okay.
It might make sense later, but no. So it's like a pretty simple thing though. Like I would want to know what is it? What's the other option other than using the duct tape? If I remove this duct tape, now we need to use the other option.
That's your reasoning behind destroying everything?
I guess so.
Just curiosity?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, my curiosity can be self-destructive. I don't see why it can't be other people destructive.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough for me. All right.
It's not usually self-destructive.
It just
I feel like it is sometimes. Especially with like psychological stuff. Like sometimes I lead myself down the wrong path or things like, you know what I mean? Like I'm trying to constantly learn new stuff and shift my paradigms and everything. But every once in a while, I think it leads me to like a local minimum of progress. Not a good spot to be in.
Right.
But also not like the worst in the world. I don't, but like a local minimum, not an extreme minimum. For math, to use math terms.
Yama no Yoni Mieru, dude. What can I say?
That totally looks like a mountain.
That looks like a mountain to me. For those of you who don't know, that's a line from a song from a Naruto ending, and we wanted to know what it means.
We looked it up, and it
just means that
looks like a mountain. That looks
like a mountain to me.
I guess that's what it means.
It's my new catchphrase.
I don't know, man. Anyway, though,
Yamano Yoni Mieru.
So here's what I'm thinking, though.
Yeah,
because I've been stuck on the idea of like scoundrel archetypes in D&D, and to me, I don't think I have a desire. Well, no, I definitely didn't have a desire to play that archetype.
Okay.
When I started thinking about this.
Okay.
Now I think I'm starting to get it, but I haven't bounced this off of anybody yet.
I'll be your bounce wall
right.
pad. Is the idea bouncy or am I bouncy? I'm sorry, I'm not clear.
I was going to say we should get sponsored by like one of those trampoline parks.
Oh, there you go. Like Sky Zone or something like that. Yeah. Cool.
Or was that other one called something Air? Get Air.
Get Air. Yeah. Get Air.
Yeah. That's a good name.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
Hey, we like your name enough. You can sponsor us for $10,000 an episode. Should do it.
You know what I feel like we should try to get sponsored by one of those indoor skydiving places with the giant fans.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, because
I've never wanted to. I have wanted to skydive, but now I don't want to because I think I've realized that it's the same sensation as those like uppy downy rides at amusement parks, and I just don't care about it. You know the ones I'm talking, the like droppy rides. I don't know if it's actually the same.
Right. Well, yeah, one of those like vertical drop rides. I hate those. I do not like those vertical drop rides, but I think it's because you can't see the ground.
That is a part of it, yeah.
Which is why I don't
I'm
like,
sure.
because I love roller coasters.
Mm-hmm. Well,
but you can see the track and you can see where you're going.
Well, with the roller, for me, we can't always see
Well,
it.
that's
Sometimes
true,
it
but-
like drop, but that's
Yeah.
exciting and fun.
Yeah.
But the thing I like about roller coasters is when you go fast.
Fast is fun too.
Fast is good. I don't care which direction fast either, it turns out. I like all of them.
You know what? That probably is. Yeah, because the Top Thrill dragster at Cedar Point is pretty.
That's some good
Some
stuff.
pretty good
I
stuff.
like the 120 miles per hour, like, yeah.
Yeah, I have
beginning.
a season pass actually to Cedar Point, and because, well, I got it in 2019, like right at the end of the season.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Hey, 2019 passes are good for all of 2020," and I was like, "Oh, super cool." And then, everything shut down for all of 2020, right?
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Hey, all passes that were good for 2020 are now also good for 2021." I didn't go at all in 2020, but now this year, I might be hitting some coasters.
Heck yeah.
Hitting some coasters.
Oh,
for
yeah,
sure.
man. So, why were we talking about that?
Oh, I brought up skydiving because I felt like it was the sensation that this episode will give people when it comes up.
So the skydiving, like,
Right.
I don't know if it gives you the fast feeling or the falling feeling. I don't care about the falling feeling, but I like the fast one.
Well, terminal velocity is pretty fast.
Yeah, but you're not speeding up beyond that, you know? Like,
No,
you're not,
at a
like going faster.
Right, at a certain point,
I don't know if it matters. I think just going fast is actually enough for me, so I'm not sure. But
I'd be afraid that I would be so excited and it would be so cool that I would forget to pull the cord for the parachute at the right time.
you don't have an option for your first like 15 runs or whatever.
Oh, you're attached to a person for those ones? Okay.
Mm-hmm. And they operate the equipment.
You're just there.
Yeah. At least in the U.S.
Well,
come to think of it, you there are probably places you could get away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I would though. I mean, I'm not like chasing after it, but I would.
But those like indoor skydiving places, that would be pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's
just the like ability to flip around and just do whatever you want. And well, not whatever you want, because you have to spend a lot of time to learn how to operate your body in that type of environment.
Well, yeah, at first you're just kind of like, right.
But yeah, I mean, otherwise that's pretty sweet.
Yama no Yoni Mieru.
Actually, I don't know if 0G is like the falling feeling or if it's a different thing either. So we'll have to try that sometime. We got to do an episode on one of the 0G flights.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, they simulate 0G by doing those parabolic motions in airplanes. So I don't know.
I'm thinking we just set up some kind of sponsorship deal and go record an episode up doing one.
Hear
of those.
that, Boeing? Ready for your sponsor?
Listen, guys, this is going to be good for you. All right, so the scoundrels, though, they're a huge thing in D&D, and for the longest time, I just didn't get why. Because you're playing in this like fantasy medieval setting. I get that those are a thing back then, or in that setting, but I also never really liked it. I always preferred a hero story.
You're right. I think that maybe what it really is that those kinds of characters, I don't know if there's ever really like a scoundrel party. Well, I mean, there can be.
There
probably is, but I don't think that's as common.
Yeah. Well, and we'll get to that, how to like set it up in D&D so it makes sense to have scoundrels and stuff.
Sure.
But yeah, that's a all right. The issue is, if I had the choice between being heroic and being like a lowlife, I would pick the heroic one. Like for me personally, real Austin, I would rather be the hero, first of all. Second,
okay,
I just find the hero stories more interesting, probably because I want to be one instead of alternatives to that.
Well, I think the scoundrel is the anti-hero. Not they do heroic things, but they do it in non-heroic ways.
That's an option. They could also just do non-heroic things as well. But
sure.
so here's where they come in.
Okay.
It's not about them so much as it is about the setting. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but if you look at some of the big scoundrels, it's like the pirates in One Piece. It's Han Solo in Star Wars.
In that movie, what is it called?
Yeah, it's and I just watched it on Friday. I just watched episode 5.
Star Tours or something.
Star Tours is so good. Listen, guys, if you go to Disney, just ride Star Tours all day, every day. Did you know that it's different now? They have different. Maybe you. I don't know.
I was the rebel spy.
You what?
I got the shirt because I was the rebel spy. Yeah,
you were the rebel.
I was the rebel spy.
My dad was the rebel spy, I think. Once.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I was sitting right next to him, and I didn't realize it.
Yeah.
That whole time.
Yeah, my mom.
I was there at the park with him. We walked around that day. We were hanging out, and
my mom didn't see it coming. Maybe I shouldn't have outed myself like that. I am the rebel spy. It's happened to you twice. You sat right next to somebody you didn't even know they were a rebel spy twice in your life now.
No, but so there are different flight scenarios now too. I don't know if you've seen those.
No,
there are like 8 of them, and there are even variations within those, I think, or something.
Maybe you don't know, but maybe you do. So they made Galaxy's Edge, which I haven't been to Disney since.
Yeah, me neither.
But did they put? Is like all the Star Wars stuff in there now, or is the Star Wars stuff in a different place? I don't know.
I think Galaxy's Edge extends to encompass all the Star Wars stuff. I'm not sure.
Okay, so now all the Star Wars theme stuff. Yeah. Okay. Hey, interesting.
Because it was already together, I think.
Oh, was it? Was all this stuff?
Yeah, it was close enough that
It was in Hollywood Studios, I think. Is that where Galaxy's Edge is? I don't know. I don't know either. I really don't remember, and I'm not going to look that up.
I'll have to brush up on my Disney.
I'll have to ask my mom. She knows everything about Disney.
Yeah.
They're in the works to make the Avengers campus now. They're doing it.
Oh, at Disney World?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. See, that's the thing. Like, I always go to Disney World because I live on the East Coast.
Right.
And not on the East Coast. I'm not that cool, guys. Come on. But
wait, hold on. Mm-hmm. Maybe not at Disney World. They were doing it at Disneyland.
Oh, I think. See, that's the difference. That's the draw to Disneyland for somebody who lives over here. But otherwise, there's no reason I will ever want to go to Disneyland.
No, it's basically, it was just smaller. Like, there's no, and a lot of the rides are the same.
Yeah, and it's not like a resort either.
No, it's like, it's like a park, more like a Six Flags or something. It's not like a.
So there's no reason that I would ever want to go to Disneyland instead of Disney World.
It's not quite as much of like an experience sort of thing. It's like a day trip thing.
Yeah,
not like a vacation.
Yeah,
like Disney World is.
Yeah, because like. As expensive as it is, the food at Disney World is awesome, and I love the meal pass type things.
Yeah, the food at Disney is good.
My parents pay for them.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about it.
So I go get a $70 whatever dinner at Akershus, and but the meal pass makes it whatever, like 30 something, which is still expensive for a dinner, but and it comes with a amazing cheese and salad buffet bar thing, and the cheese is like this smoked and it's like this it's got all this great stuff. It's like all this Scandinavian food.
Yeah, we ate at the French place in Epcot last time I was there. Mm-hmm. We had like a full 5-course meal or something crazy like that. It was so good. And you know what, they did close one of the best restaurants in downtown Disney, I think is where it was. Now I can't remember what it was called, but it was a Cuban restaurant, and they had amazing mojitos. Real good mojitos.
Is a mojito a drink?
Yes.
All right, cool.
They also had...
I was going to say, I have no clue what a mojito is, but then I got one clue.
They also had really good plantains.
Dude, yeah. Actually, There's a place locally with good plantains.
Oh, I think I know.
Yeah, you know where.
I know where you're
We're
talking
good.
about.
We're
Yeah,
good. Yeah, they're very good.
I have had their plantains.
They're-
Those are good.
I'm getting those every time I go there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, anyway. So scoundrels.
Scoundrels. Han Solo.
Han Solo.
Mm-hmm.
So what you notice though about scoundrels is they are morally whatever people. They're not like superb, wonderful, good people. Like Han Solo wasn't a great, selfless person when we meet him, but they're in a system. They're in a world that is just broken, messed up. So the ultimate authority in Star Wars is the Empire, who is evil, like basically self-professed evil. Not even like, oh yeah, they're bad because they're mean, but like just straight up like, we're here to be dark and evil. Like,
yeah, pretty much.
Just straight up, they are evil.
Mm-hmm.
So, you've got a character like Han who like lives in this. He's just surrounded by this gross underworld, and he's
just like a product of
it. Yeah, exactly. But he basically tries not to bother people and stuff like that. So that's part of it though, is that the scoundrel is like us in like how we want to imagine ourselves being in those corrupt systems.
Mm-hmm.
Because a hero in that situation would be somebody who supports that system, usually is how people, I think, see it. Like the hero is somebody who's saving the world. Like the world that we have, they keep it, they save it, they preserve it.
Oh, I see what you mean.
The scoundrel crawls up from underneath the muck that the world has created and they change it.
Yes.
Something like that.
Okay,
and
sure.
I think that's kind of where people see it. Like, not even that scoundrels always change the world necessarily. Sometimes they just prod into the broken parts of the system. They get in there and they peel that duct tape. And they show you, they're like, hey, look at all this duct tape. What are you guys doing? What are you doing? Seriously. And things are breaking and they're breaking stuff and they're doing it, and they're like, not even that they're sacrificing themselves. They want their own life to be better.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't mind if other people's lives were better. That's kind of where a lot of them are at. Okay.
Now, let me posit this though.
Yeah.
There are like the opposite too. The inverse of both of those. Like the world is corrupt and bad, and a hero rises up to defend it and bring it back to the way it was. That's a story.
Yeah.
But also,
well, that's where scoundrels always get involved. I mean, that's Luke. That's that hero is Luke Skywalker in Star Wars.
Well, I don't think scoundrels always get involved necessarily.
I'm just saying that's where the opportunity is.
Oh, well, sure.
For them to get involved.
There always is an opportunity.
They always get dragged into it by the hero. I'm not saying always. You know what I'm talking about.
Well, would you say that there's an equivalent of that in like the Lord of the Rings? Because that's kind of the same thing. Like the world is starting to get pretty messed up and needs to be saved. I can't think of anybody who's like a scoundrel though. I mean, I know it's not necessary.
Boromir is the closest, but
you're right, but he's not exactly.
Yeah, he's actually just there to show that even a really good man can fail to the ring, basically, is what he was there to show. And then he redeems himself. And as does his brother is fine and like whatever. So no, yeah, there's no scoundrel involved.
No.
But I think that they're mostly just trying to defend the world. Like
right.
Sauron is growing and growing, but he hasn't desecrated anything beyond Mordor to the extent where it can't be undone.
Well, okay. Here,
Although, yeah, okay.
let me posit a different example to you then. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
They're all scoundrels.
Yes.
And yet they are the only focus on the story of saving the planet against a great evil. And their motivation is basically just, it's like Rocket Raccoon says, why would why we want to save the galaxy? Because I'm one of the idiots who lives in it.
Right.
That kind of thing. So there's that kind of story too.
Right.
Where like maybe they get roped into it because they're like, well,
nobody else is doing it.
Right, exactly. Like, it looks like I'm the only, yeah, somebody has to do this and looks like it's me. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
and in Guardians of the Galaxy, actually, in the movies, that's a good example of one where they keep their scoundrelly nature.
Right. Yeah.
Throughout the entire time.
Right. Exactly. Even into Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Yeah.
Whenever they make appearances in any of the other Avenger movies, they don't really lose that, that part of them. None of them really, though they're not all really scoundrels necessarily.
But yeah, I guess technically not. But
I mean, Rocket definitely is, and
Ice JJ Fish.
Ice JJ Fish. What?
Yeah, the guy that he has the, Ice JJ Fish.
The guy who has the.
No, yeah, it's the.
Yeah, all these visual things are great for our podcast.
And he has this his little, what I'm talking about? Talking about Ice JJ Fish from Guardians of the Galaxy and Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Avengers, Ice JJ Fish,
Peter Quill, is that his name?
Yeah.
Ice JJ Fish?
Yeah, that's what.
What? I'm not understanding the connection here. What does this have to do with Ice JJ Fish?
I am shocked and offended that you think that I need to have a connection to say something like that. I am appalled.
No. There's no joke here. I'm just talking about Ice JJ Fish. Well, now you've talked about it enough.
It's not happening.
If people don't know,
it's not happening.
If people don't know who
keep him off
he
this
is.
show for right now. Not until we have him as a guest on the podcast. Can people know? Then we'll do a whole Ice JJ Fish special.
Okay, we'll showcase
some of his best work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some of his worst work too. We're going to be harshly critical of Ice JJ Fish.
Yeah. With him here. It's going to be an Ice JJ Fish.
It's going to be a learning experience for him.
Right. Smoked salmon. That's what we're getting here.
Smoked salmon.
This is Ice JJ Fish roast, aka smoked salmon. Did you like that one?
That was pretty good. All right.
All right.
So, okay. Now, how do you make a rogue and a paladin work together?
So yeah. Well,
one option is to put them up against an oppressive, wrong system.
Yeah,
that's easy. What else we got?
Star Wars is the way that you do that. I mean, that's exactly what that story.
Let's say your story is the Legend of Zelda story, where there's a hero who's chosen by the gods, and they just got to go save the world from evil. How do you get a rogue mixed up in that? Now, you could do a little sub-story where the rogue is like, oh, hey, hero, my place is pretty corrupt. I don't know about the whole world, but if you're trying to save that world, well, sucks here, so maybe don't save it. And then the hero's like, no, I save it. And then they're like, okay, I guess I'll help then.
Great, great storytelling. Amazing. I guess. I mean,
but No, what do we got that's better than that?
There's so many ways.
Yeah, how do we do it? Teach me.
A scoundrel. A scoundrel could be okay, so let's just say that the main motivation for a scoundrel would be selfish.
Yes.
Pretty much in any capacity.
Absolutely should be.
Maybe what they're looking for is glory.
Okay. Glory is a good thing. In fact, that's how you get a scoundrel paladin.
Right.
That's how you get just this like annoying bad dude who happens to be a high-ranking war priest of a god, you know?
Or maybe they're trying to be manipulative. Like they agree to help and they'll help as much as they can so that they can hold that over their head for some kind of big reward at the end when they defeat the great power.
Very nice.
Yeah, that sounds very nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, Yamano Yoni Miyaru.
Totally. That's what I think too.
Yeah. So so that's kind of like the main way, but you could also do an emotional thing where you appeal to their sympathies. Like,
and realize that there is like a layer of them beneath the
scoundrosity that they have.
Yeah. You realize that at some point it's not, they're not out, like their motivations aren't selfish because they're just like a mean person, but because they were hurt as a child, you know, and like
right.
Since then they've had to fend for themselves, and this is just the only thing that's worked up to this point. And maybe their strategy is going to have to change going forward so that they can like actually live their full life that they are meant to have. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting. Maybe the hero reminds them of their lost brother. And they stick around with them almost like not even like they go with them, but they just kind of follow them.
They run into each other frequently enough, and they're like, all right, well, I'll keep helping you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. And they'll just keep making excuses for why they're doing it, but really behind it all, they just miss their bro.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, a sympathetic, roguish person is a good example.
That's like a Yondu type thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Going back to Guardians of the Galaxy, because he's also a scumbag, but his whole thing is like he just didn't want to see that kid get ate. So
they were gonna eat you.
You told me you were gonna eat me. You told me the only reason you kept me around was because I was skinny and I could get into places. Oh man. All right. So that can work. That's like a reveal type thing. So that can't be an overt motivation. Like you would have to keep making up excuses as to why you're doing it, and that's like under the surface type stuff.
Yeah. And in the case of D&D, I would say you should try to not be 100% consistent with the excuses, so that way people could catch on better.
Right, exactly.
Because some of that meta stuff where like one player is like realizing that something is up with another player, we got some of that going on in your campaign right now, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna. I won't spoil anything because it's actually interesting. It's
right because some of the players have information, and not everybody has the whole picture, but everybody has part of it. Or like some players have parts. So some players know parts of other players' sort of deal, but they don't even realize it yet.
Right.
Which is fun that's getting revealed. I thought that a lot more of it would get revealed more at the beginning, but everybody's been real secretive about
very guarded.
Like everybody's playing their character super close to the chest. Like,
yeah, I don't even know what to do about that really, because I know that people typically in the shower, they will have arguments with their coworkers or whatever.
Yeah, just to themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have time for that stuff.
No, I do that actually sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would like anybody else, I'm sure. My coworkers are pretty good.
Not
everywhere.
with my coworkers specifically or anything. No,
but like maybe I would, except I'm too busy preparing for D&D. Well, not right now. Right now, I barely have time to shower, so I just like do whatever. I just do it real fast.
Yeah, I do it to get it done.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's actually pretty much what I always do, I guess. But
yeah. Well, it's
you know what I'm talking about though. Those moments of downtime. It's almost like the human brain's default state is to go and like do social stuff.
Right. Yeah. Or yeah. Well, I think what it is, it's kind of like problem solving.
Mm-hmm.
Your brain prepares itself for the moment where you have to defend an idea that you have,
right?
or something,
And every time it's like, somebody's saying to my character, "Hey, we should do this," and then they're like, "I don't even know you." Right. So back to their character, like that's all I've got right now is like, I don't know anything about you. Why would I listen to you? I get that we're doing this together, but like,
right. So
if you think you're going to be telling me what to do, forget it.
I'm pretty soon.
Which is fine. That's fine with me.
Yeah, but I think that I just need to break out the DM crowbar and just pry something open.
Well, that is, yeah.
Because otherwise, I don't think anything will ever really be revealed.
Mm-hmm.
And what I want to do is I want to reveal things to the players that their characters don't know.
Right.
Because I want to see how everybody handles that.
Right.
Because I don't necessarily think that the players shouldn't know things that their characters don't. Did I say that right? Anyway.
Right. Yes, you did.
Okay, good.
You got it.
Perfect.
Good boy.
Treat?
You want a treat?
Anyway, so there will be I can't wait to talk about it on the show when things are finally getting revealed, though, because even the audience, if somebody started listening from the beginning and got to here, they wouldn't really know who all the characters are. I don't think. Beyond their race and class, which did we even talk about?
We have not.
I don't think
definitely not covered all of them.
No, and we don't necessarily have to.
Right.
But that's
that could be its own thing maybe at some point where we like recap the campaign. And then that's a good way to get other guests involved.
Yes, I recently had one of my players like look at me and be like, "So when am I going to be a guest on the podcast?" So some of them are excited, and want to do that. So
and we want to have them on actually, in case you weren't sure, because Matt might have said that he'd like to have you on. Me too. I don't know who it was that said that, but
no, I told them that they're never invited.
Oh, okay, good. I know who it is then.
Okay.
Probably somebody who plays a class that rhymes with Morcerer.
Nope, not that person.
Oh, okay.
It's okay.
I
don't dislike anybody else. Okay.
I don't like. I like all kinds of people.
Do you?
Yeah, I like all kinds of people.
Okay, cool.
Just not. I mean, like I don't know if you were like, to clarify, sorcerers are not people.
Wow.
I do like you, I swear.
We're cool.
We are 100% good.
Oh man. Okay.
You've done nothing to upset me. And the thing that's going on in the game right now with our characters, very fun.
The thing going on with your characters.
He doesn't even know about it, really.
What? Oh
Yeah.
my God. There's something that I don't know about right now.
Isn't that awesome? Oh my God. Yeah, it's super cool. It's super cool.
Okay. Oh, you know what?
It's just a small little thing. Like it's not a crazy like side story or anything, but it's just like a little.
Maybe. Okay. Hold on. Maybe I'll remember this later, but I'm just going to say this now.
Mm-hmm.
There is something I do need to go over with you about your character in the game.
Oh, okay.
But not on the show.
Oh, okay.
But I just have been forgetting to talk to you about it. Okay.
So the microphone I'm going to get?
Yes.
As long as I get the one that I think of getting, it has a fun mode. Did I already talk about this? It has a fun mode where, like this one's it's got a, what's that, cardioid hearing pattern shape. So it hears very clearly in front of itself and like also right here, or like maybe right inside it somewhere or something. Like the back of it, you can kind of get some noise going too.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like a tiny little loop. But the one that I'm getting, it's not quite as nice of a microphone maybe overall for sound quality, but it does have a fun feature where you can switch it to single cardioid like this or double cardioid from the sides. So you can get one person on each side of it.
Oh, okay.
Or just all around.
Oh, there you go.
So we'll have a microphone for like me and a guest. It'll be a lot easier to do that.
Yeah, it would be a lot easier to do that. Yeah, that's for sure. Excellent.
I mean, we'll have to share microphones, so we'll be like
getting all up on each other.
But that's fun.
Yeah.
That's how you make friends.
It's the only way I know how to make friends.
It's always worked for me.
I don't have a lot of friends.
I don't have a single friend.
I can't name one.
Yeah.
Of your friends.
I can't name them either. Their parents all do. Oh, that was funny.
Oh my. Wow. I can't name them. Their parents did.
All of them. Every single one. Taken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. You ready to get back into this thing?
Moving on.
All right. So that's where I'll end the cut. And now we'll fade back in.
Okay.
And
half the episode is gone.
Yeah. Can we get some homebrew?
Yeah, that's that time. Okay. Hey, what about if you were a wizard and your specialty was summoning things?
Pokemon Master.
Yeah, basically.
Yes, that's what I have always wanted.
It's a pretty cool one. This is user Man of 1,000 Faces. Just imagine underscores all over the place. So many underscores.
Yeah.
Okay. So there are spells in D&D that allow you to summon things.
Yep.
This one makes summoning like your thing though.
Right.
So let's see. What it actually does mechanically. At second level, anytime you gain a wizard spell, you can replace one or both with a conjuration spell that summons or creates one or more creatures. So every time you learn a new spell, you can instead learn a summoning spell, basically. So, and of course, the spell has to be correct level for your character level and all that stuff. But you can also cast those spells without material components. So it lets you cast any summoning with no material components, which is nice because material components are kind of a drag sometimes to think about. And you can use, but it's limited. You can only do that as many times per long rest as your proficiency bonus.
Okay.
Where you don't need material components. Okay. So at second level, you also automatically add Find Familiar to your spellbook. And when you cast it, you can create any beast with a challenge rating equal to 1/4 of your wizard's level or lower, rounded down. So at 4th level, challenge rating 1 creature.
Which is actually pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
At level 20, that gets you what? Challenge rating 5? It's nothing to sneeze at. Challenge rating 5 creature would be pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like I don't know, some creatures are challenge rating 5. I can't think of a single example.
Thank you for
that. Water elemental?
Fire elementals are challenge rating 5.
Oh, they're 5? Okay. So water elementals are probably lower then.
Yes, I think those were they're either 3 or 4. I can't remember exactly.
What challenge rating is a baby dragon? A baby dragon?
A baby dragon?
Yeah.
I'm not sure off the top of my head.
Okay. Just wondering.
Okay. You're thinking of summoning a baby dragon?
Yeah, I was just thinking of summoning baby dragon.
Yeah, well, you'll have to summon a time wizard too.
Yeah.
All right. So,
there are time wizards now, aren't they? Aren't there?
There's time sorcerers.
Okay, yes, that would work.
Clockwork Soul. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Well,
so with that and the baby dragon,
Yu-Gi-Oh,
we've done it.
We
just need to use my polymerization.
Cool. Polymerization. So you need a transmutation wizard.
Was Joey's trick that he used polymerization? Did each duelist have their own like special focus? Like Yugi just used straight up monsters, and Joey used polymerization, and Kaiba used. Wait, no, this is falling apart already.
Kaiba used straight up monsters.
Yeah, and polymerization.
Yeah, Kaiba's basically Yugi and Joey combined.
Yeah, that's not a very all right. Well, but and then some of them had themed decks and stuff. But I feel like, how cool would that be if they? I guess there's no reason that they would have done this, but how cool would it be if they each like used certain mechanics? Like Yugi focused on ritual summons, and like the girl used a lot of trap cards, and maybe in the Japanese version she was the guy the whole time.
Taya, that was her name.
Taya.
That was her name. I just remember the episode where she went on a date with Yami Yugi. Do you remember that?
No.
You don't remember that?
She went on a date with the Pharaoh.
Yeah, with the Pharaoh. Yeah.
I do not remember this.
Yes.
Wait. Was she like, hey, I liked Yugi this whole time, kind of like secretly deep down, but I wouldn't reveal it because it needs to like, the tension needs to be there for the show, but I'll go on a date with you, okay? That'd be fine.
It's like this thing. He asks her if she'll go with him somewhere, and she's like, "Oh, it's a date," and he like gets all dressed up like it's a date, and then they go to a museum, I think, and then they see a bunch of Egyptian artifacts, and then I think he just leaves. He like that one. What's the one like lady who's got a millennium item? She wears like the veil, I think, all the time.
Oh, I don't remember.
But I think that's the episode where she shows up for the first time, and she's like, "You don't know who you are, do you? You're Yami, the whatever, Egyptian whatever." And Taya's kind of like, "I thought this was a date." It's like, oh, it's great.
All right, more summoning, please.
Expedient calling. So at 6th level, when you cast a conjuration spell that summons or creates a creature, the casting time, if the casting time is no more than 1 minute, you can change it to 1 action. And after you use it, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest. So you can only do it once.
Mm-hmm. What kind of things can I summon, though? That's what I really got to know.
Oh boy, I'd have to look at the list of spells that can summon things. Find Familiar is the obvious one.
Yeah.
I wonder if this counts. I wonder if like something like Gate counts. Probably, because that's what you can use Gate to bring a creature. The thing is that like Familiar is like they're like you're familiar. They're like connected to you.
Yeah.
You can give them orders. Something like Gate. Oh, that's what the next feature is. At 10th level. I was going to say, you don't have any control over the thing that you summon.
Yeah.
Master Binder at 10th level. While you are concentrating on a spell that summons a creature.
You can hold all sorts of loose leaf paper.
Your concentration can't be broken as a result of taking damage.
Oh, that's useful. Okay.
Wow, can't be broken. That's pretty good.
We pretty much ignore that.
Concentration?
The concentration being broken.
I just forget.
Exactly.
It's like a thing that should be happening. I actually have been thinking
forget
about,
as well.
Well, I've been thinking about that, especially for Dissel, whenever he holds his action for his Eldritch Blast, because that's considered concentrating on a spell. And if something hit him before his turn came around, he'd have
to make a roll.
He'd technically have to roll. And
I'm really glad though, because my constitution sucks.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that was important for a spellcaster.
You should just next time it comes up at like 8th level, you should take the Warcaster feat. Then you have advantage on concentration checks.
There are other feats that I need though.
Okay.
Tavern Brawler.
Tavern Brawler.
Yeah. You want to be able to hit people, then grapple them. And I need to be able to, be proficient in improvised weapons.
Durable summon at 14.
I can hit people with my crappy flippers.
You were so excited about those flippers.
It was a great idea.
Last session.
Listen.
You were like, oh, do I still have those flippers? All right, I put on the flippers. Oh, man.
Was there anything down there?
I can't tell you that. You're still in there.
Okay.
At 14th level, any creature that you summon has 30 temporary hit points. Nice.
Whoa.
That's a lot.
But what can I summon though?
By 20th level, anything CR 5 or less.
I feel like that's just not that summoning and familiar usage just feels like it doesn't quite cut it, because a CR5 creature isn't going to do anything when you're up against a beholder.
Beholder's CR like 13 or something, not even that high.
Right, but even then, like,
well, I see what you're saying.
Like, yeah, a CR5 dude, like, gonna come in. What are they gonna do to it? It's just gonna be like, nope, you're dead. One shot, boom. I don't know. I feel like the balance is just skewed in some way. Now, they could have a lot of utility outside of combat, so that's
right, and that's worth remembering.
But nobody cares about that part.
All right, here's some CR5 things that I found. Now it does have to be a beast, I think.
Yeah, no humanoids.
No like humanoids or anything.
You could get a wraith.
A wraith?
I guess that's technically
wraith
a humanoid.
Is an undead.
Oh.
A werebear? Nope, that's a humanoid. A water elemental? Nope, that's an elemental. Are there any challenge rating 5?
Can you filter by like what?
Oh, I can. Yes. Monster tags.
Yeah.
Beast. Oops. Yeah.
I feel like you could summon an aberration.
Oh, you know what? I don't have to filter it through the filter. I go here.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Oh, there's only 9 pages. Okay, the list of challenge rating
Brontosaurus.
5 beasts is pretty small. Giant shark.
Brontosaurus is already pretty useful.
A hulking crab. A large subterranean lizard.
Triceratops as well.
In Obliterus? What the heck is that? Okay, hold on. That sounds naughty.
Huge beast, chaotic evil.
They can breathe underwater. Can breathe only underwater. Okay, well.
Is that like is it an underwater dinosaur type like of thing?
Triceratops. Maybe. I don't know. I've never heard of it. Giant crocodile.
Yeah, I feel like Triceratops and Brontosaurus are going to be my go-tos there.
What about a giant snake? That could be fun.
Giant coral snake. That's pretty good.
What about
elephant's nice.
Yeah, elephant's useful.
That's only level 4, so you could do that guy at level 16.
Yeah, level 16 is okay, only a couple of.
Killer whales are challenge rating 3. If you drop one of those on the battlefield, it might explode.
Oh yeah, eventually.
They do.
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah, if you can stall out for a few weeks, it'll blow right up.
The party getting ready for their big battle.
You could just summon a giant lightning eel, and it doesn't necessarily need to survive. You just have to put it on the bad guy.
It's resistant to lightning. DC 12 Constitution saving throw. 3d8 lightning damage.
Okay, yeah, there are better spells you could use to do that much damage.
And it's stunned
at level 12.
Well, it's stunned if it fails.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice. I mean, there's not like a high chance that it'll fail, but still.
Awakened white moose. Ankylosaurus, dude, heck yeah. I'm down. I'm super down with the dinosaur summoner.
The dinosaur summoner.
I'm liking the idea of this wizard being somebody who comes up in their like a loincloth and like some leaves, you know? And they're like, I'm Dinosaur Dan. And like that's just their thing.
I was expecting like Tarzan, but I think you just did more like George of the Jungle.
Yeah, it's more like George of the Jungle.
Like George of the Jungle.
Tarzan, he's attractive. George of the Jungle is only accidentally attractive.
Yeah, his pet tarantula.
Yeah. Well, I guess Tarzan is too. They're both only accidentally attractive.
Oh man, dude. On page 8, we're already at challenge rating 2. You have a lot of choices at low levels.
Yeah, challenge rating 2, that's going to require you to be level 8, so.
There are a lot of challenge rating 1/4 beasts.
Swarm of rats.
A velociraptor is only challenge rating 1/4? So you really could be
Dinosaur Dan.
Dinosaur Dan. They only have 10 hit points. What the heck? Why is their speed only 30? This is so weird.
Oh, because they hunt in packs. That's their strong thing.
Yes, they often hunt in packs. They have multi-attack. Almost everything does, though. Well, anyway. A clawfoot raptor? How is that different?
It's those sort of standalone ones that you can, you know what I'm talking about? It's like the not built into the wall like other ones. It's like a standalone one with the little feet on the bottom.
I'm not understanding the joke.
Nope. They're always haunted. You know what I'm talking about?
They're always haunted?
Yeah, don't tell me you've never looked at a house with a clawfoot tub and been like, that's haunted.
Oh, a tub.
Yeah. I would assume they're the same basic idea as like a regular tub and clawfoot tub and then regular raptor and clawfoot raptor.
The tub that was previously in Colin and Carly's house was like a cast iron tub, but it did not have claw feet.
Oh.
How disappointing.
Yeah. That's probably not haunted then.
Probably not haunted. Their speed is 50 though, which is pretty useful.
That is. That's very cool.
Their hit points are 16. They are challenge rating 1/2 though.
So you'd have to be level 2 to summon them.
Really? Oh yeah.
Because I mean divided by 4.
Oh yeah.
But you'd already have to be level 2 to unlock the spells anyway.
Right. This seems to me like the kind of thing that's really, really strong at the beginning of the game, and then it gets weaker as it goes on.
I'm sure there's a way to balance it, though.
No, I'm sure. Yeah. Huh. Well.
Anyway, now I really want to play Dinosaur Dan, so
I'll be sure to kill off Liam so that you can
Thanks.
play Dinosaur Dan.
I'd appreciate it. I have 3 other character concepts lined up first, though. So,
well, build Dinosaur Dan, and then we'll get to him eventually.
yeah, that's all I can do right now.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see you guys.
That sounds good to me.